Hey everybody, how's it going? Hey, I just wanted to take a couple of minutes real quick to show you guys how you can work through your past experiences in a pretty easy way. Um, it's kind of a good way to organize your thinking. It's kind of a way of mind mapping the whole process. So basically, what I do first is create a timeline, and I'm not going to do this in super detail, but you'll kind of get the idea. So there's a timeline, and obviously, here's where I was born, and here is today. Sorry, I'm basically losing my voice. So then, what I would do is create hash marks for either every decade, depending on how old you are, or every year if you want to get that detailed, which is sometimes super helpful. And so this is kind of my whole lifespan so far. And then basically you start thinking through, okay, what happened when I was younger? What happened when I was older? When I was in high school, college, all that kind of stuff. And so the positive things that happen in your life, you put up here. So I'm just going to call this 1995. And here is where I got married. And so we're looking for turning points where your life was heading in one direction and then it turned to go a different direction. So that was something positive that happened, turning point. Also, the negative things that happened, the harder parts of life that have happened, would go below the timeline. So I would say when my mom passed away was a hard time. And so I would say that that would go below the line. And so you can plot this all the way, from over here, something happened that was good when you're younger, then something happened younger, like when my grandfather passed away. I don't know. It's not always about someone passing away, but it's about things that are hard that happen, turning points in your life. And so it's not going to be every single event of your life. It's really designed around, the idea is around turning points. And so you're going to have positive, negative, all throughout your life. And once you kind of get those turning points done, you're going to see how it kind of becomes kind of a pattern here. So we see, some ups and downs. I mean, everyone's going to have that. But then what I think is cool and what's important to do is to say, okay, what groupings of your life kind of turn into chapters? So maybe this is chapter number 1 for me. And then this is chapter 2. And really it's kind of like, for me, like maybe all the way up through high school, up until high school might be chapter 1, and then high school through college might be chapter 2, then married to 2003 might be chapter 3, and then 2003 to now might be chapter 4. So you're really not trying to have more than 6 chapters, depending on how much life you've lived. And anywhere from 3 to 6 is probably going to be good. And then the final thing, once you've got positive, negative things, you've divided them into major chapters of your life. The biggest thing and the final thing to do is to write down a lesson that God taught you in that chapter. So, lesson learned in chapter 1, lesson learned in chapter 2, lesson learned in chapter 3, and lesson learned in chapter 4. Those lessons are really, really key and something that we're going to look at and utilize in the near future. So I hope that this is helpful to you, give you a little more clarity around how to do this. And I hope that you guys take the time to do it. I know that it's been super helpful to me, and I can't wait to see how this plays out for you. It will definitely play into how we discern what God is doing in your life in regards to wanting to change the world. So I hope you guys are yeah, gonna rock that out, and we will talk to you very soon. Peace.